Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
It is the High School Huddle, week number 6 of the high school football season. Welcome, Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI, along with my buddy to my right side, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans.
Present.
I'm
here.
Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. As we get, this week might be a fun week of high school football. The matchups are a lot better this week, and there was some interesting games last week, and we wave hi to everybody in Piedmont, Oklahoma, who's listening to the show.
Especially Dallas Teeter. He's my favorite number one follower.
It's funny how that happens. You had when McGinnis was high on the world in football. You brought a couple McGinnis people.
I did.
They've gone away now.
They've gone away.
A couple years ago, you had Crescent. Everybody in Crescent was all Phil Nichols.
Raising the roof.
They have
since left.
But now we have our Piedmont fans, and so they got a lot to cheer about, rightfully so.
They do.
And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But just a reminder, this show, each and every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock, our title sponsor this year is eSchool Virtual Charter Academy. Please check them out at eschoolok.com. All the options are there, K through 12, in the privacy of your own home. You can go to grandma's, aunt, uncles. You can go to the library. You can go anywhere with internet connection. And if you're having trouble, I think I'd be selling along pretty good if I was doing online courses. But then you kind of run into stuff where you actually need a teacher. And eSchool obviously has teachers face to face, computer to computer.
Yeah, or face to face.
Yeah.
In person, but there's certified teachers right there alongside with the kiddos. So it's a new method, but it's not real new. It's been around for several years in colleges and universities. It's spread more through high schools, elementary schools, and junior highs over the last several years. But it's definitely a style of education that's growing. So we're excited to be a part of it.
No doubt about that. And we are without the services of our friend.
It's not my friend anymore.
Parker Burnett. Hyatt, obviously better options out there than our show this week.
I want to point out to Mr. Teeter in Piedmont.
Oh, we're back. Okay. Well, we're done with Parker?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was dead.
You're going to tie it together.
Yeah, I was dead wrong, and I showed up to take my medicine. Parker said he would eat his hat.
Yes.
On a live broadcast from Guyman, Oklahoma last week when we were giving the scoring updates.
Yes.
And he said on the air,
yes,
he would eat his hat if Carl Albert didn't come back and win that game. Where is he tonight, Chris? He's hiding.
He had an outing today at 1 o'clock. I won't go any further.
Maybe he did have a previous engagement, but it's so much better if we say he's hiding.
Absolutely. But it's funny. You never know who's watching. You never know who's listening.
You don't. And we do appreciate everybody watching or listening.
Absolutely.
We're big old boys. We can take it. So right or wrong, it's okay. And it's fun too. I know we're going to talk more about it, so but it's always fun when you get folks bantering back and forth in social media in a good way.
Yeah.
Pointing out that you were wrong and they were right, and man, I love that because those kids deserve it. Yeah. The community deserves it. It's incredible. They've done something that nobody could do in at least the last 40 weeks. So awesome stuff. But it's that's what high school sports should be all about. It's having fun back and forth, and ultimately it's really about obviously the kids, but it's fun for us old guys to get to participate in some way too.
Absolutely. If you're just tuning in and if you listen to this show or a high school fan, you obviously already know that the Piedmont Wildcats took down the Carl Albert Titans by a final score of 10-6. Carl Albert did not have one offensive touchdown the entire night. Their only touchdown was a kickoff return after Piedmont had scored, and there was a little bit of controversy about that. They thought the ball had gone into the end zone, was unreturnable, but it was returnable. It goes to the house. I think they made it 99 yards. Yeah. But Carl Albert had 2 offensive possessions of the football
in the first half.
Yeah,
crazy. We talked about it on the way up to Guyman last week. We went up there to cover the Guthrie game, and you pointed out that you used the example of OU Army a couple years ago or last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Or was it last year?
Last year.
Last year. When you've got that offense where you can control the ball and slow it down, and Piedmont, tip your hat to the kids from Piedmont, just like they did against the Blue Jays the week before. We go into that thing saying, well, they're not going to throw the ball. They're going to line up and run it, and the quarterback proceeds to throw for 4 touchdown passes. So, it's – now I will say this, and I mean this with all of my heart. Man, seriously, congratulations, Piedmont. You should be extremely proud of yourselves, and parents should be proud of their kiddos. Coaches everybody should be awesome. It's an awesome time at Piedmont. Yeah,
Piedmont has now won 4 games in a row. Carl Albert's 40-game win streak is snapped. And speaking of Twitter, I was laughing. Wagner football.
Yeah.
They tweeted out, "Thank you, Piedmont," because they have the longest 11-man streak.
Still,
looked like it was going to be snapped.
Yeah.
But Wagner says, "Thank you, Piedmont."
But what's cool about it is, and I do have to say this, I don't think I was the only one that was 100% sure that Piedmont was going to lose last week. I don't want to go on I don't want to take another bold statement here or anything, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably agreed with my prediction last week. I was dead wrong, and that's why I say celebrate it and love it and enjoy it. But
I will say this: not very often do you see the high school football coaching staff get in front of the scoreboard and take a coach photo with the scoreboard behind them.
With the scoreboard, yeah. And I'm not being critical of that. That's how big of a moment it was. I mean, you snap a 40-game winning streak, 2-time defending state champion against a team that I still think is going to win the state title in 5A this year. You beat them, man. Yeah, take all the pictures you want, enjoy it because you've earned it. It's awesome.
And when we kind of got the feedback on the social media, so I was thinking, I think this might be the height of Piedmont football because I looked at their all-time record since 1978 is now 162 and 266.
Yeah.
So they've never been to a championship. They're 2-11 in 11 playoff appearances. They've never been to the state semifinals. They've never won a district championship. And you'll look at the previous coaches throughout Piedmont. Of course, Jeff Hall in his first season here.
Yeah, doing a great job, obviously.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at coaches' records: 8-13, 12-19, 15-16, 5-15, 3-17, 22-11. That was a good record there. James Robinson in 2004, 2006. Then it was 8-14, 19-14. So I think this is the height of Piedmont football right now.
Yeah, and you know what? They're loaded.
Yep.
And Coach Paul brought in an offense that fit their kids' skill set. My number one fan gets to bust me out about saying the kid from Piedmont couldn't pass. I don't remember saying he couldn't pass. I don't. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But he's not a throwing quarterback, and everybody knows that.
We saw that last year.
Yeah, we saw that last year. But that doesn't mean he's not a great football player. He obviously is. Doesn't mean he didn't throw for 4 touchdown passes, even though the longest one was about 10 yards. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the kids are winning, and that's what you should be focused on. And again, I'll say it again, nothing but respect and props for the kids at Piedmont, and I hope they just keep running it. That's awesome.
Well, they're going to win this week, and they're going to win next week, so they're going to be 6-1.
Yep.
And then they host McGinnis. So
Piedmont, that'll be a test.
Piedmont has Carl Albert and McGinnis at home this year, so that helps with them.
Yep. Now, I still think Carl Albert wins district. I still think McGinnis finishes second. And I still think Piedmont will finish third because I still think that McGinnis will beat Piedmont. I think that Carl Albert will beat McGinnis. And so I think it's still going to end up the best team. And what I mean when I say the best team, again, I really do not. I'm not taking anything away from the kids from Piedmont. They earned it, and they should celebrate it. But what I say when I say the best team, if you lined the team up and they played 10 times, who's going to win the majority of the games?
Right.
I think most people that follow high school football in the state of Oklahoma would say that Carl Albert would come out on the winning side of that against anybody in 5A, right? So I still think they're the best team in 5A, Carl Albert, but they weren't the best team last week. That's for darn sure. And the Piedmont community and the team should be getting ready for this week. But I know they are, but just celebrate it, enjoy it, love it. It's incredible. It's a great story, and they earned it on the field. That's what makes it cool.
Yeah, Carl Albert's offense held it to only 6 points. They've been held last time they were held 10 points or less was in October 2014. So it's been a while. So now Carl Albert, maybe the pressure of that win streak now behind him. And
I don't know if kids feel pressure. I don't know if high school kids. I mean, they do. I mean, we've seen it with some of the better teams here in Guthrie over the years. You feel that. I mean, you'd be crazy to not think they feel it a little bit. But I think once the ball snapped, I think bottom line last week, I think Piedmont just punched him in the mouth and kept punching him and kept him in. They followed their game plan to a T. And they won. I mean, that's what makes sports so cool is when those moments occur. So it's a good thing for high school
Wildcats
football.
have now held their last their past three opponents, including Guthrie, to 7 points or less.
Yep.
So Guthrie scored 7 points against Piedmont, 6 points against Carl Albert. So Guthrie's a 1-point favorite.
Well, it should be, right? I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
We both did say when the final tick went across, said, well, it makes our loss to Piedmont not quite so bad. But it's, listen, again, they're loaded. I told a couple of the coaches from Piedmont the week they're over playing Guthrie, and as I think most people know, we do the Guthrie football games on Friday nights. But I said, could you imagine this offense if the Richard kid hadn't went to McGinnis? Oh, my Lord. I mean, because they've got some studs back there now carrying the ball. But, very much a power football team, and they play great defense, and they're believing right now. I mean, they believe in what's going on over there, and they should be. Their sole loss was week 1, I believe, against El Reno. And,
yep.
And, they've gotten better each week, and no win bigger than last week. It's got to be the biggest win in school history.
Oh, no doubt.
Obviously.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now, and I'd like to say this. I think it'd be cool if Piedmont and Carl Albert hooked up again in the playoffs. I think that'd be fun. Let's see them do it again, right? I mean, that would be fun, But we'll see how it all plays out. I do still think that Carl Albert's the best team in 5A, though.
Might have woke him up. In that victory, I also want to say Bo Hardy, senior linebacker for Piedmont, came up with 19 tackles, 1 sack, a forced fumble, in that also added 61 rushing yards.
That's incredible.
In the victory. So,
that's incredible. 19 tackles?
19 tackles, absolutely.
That's a career for some people. My goodness.
Well, let's take our opening time out here now that the Piedmont segment is over.
Yeah. Well, hey, Parker will be back next week, we hope. We got to do an HR meeting and all that stuff, both an unexcused absence. But if he gets through that, he'll be eating his hat next week.
Well, you think he might? I think he's already starting to eat his hat. Maybe tummy issues and just.
Is that why he's not here?
I think that might be why he's not here. Tummy issues.
Well, it was a Nike hat, so I can understand why that'd make you sick.
Well, guess who scored 62 points and still got beat by two possessions?
Isn't that crazy?
It was a crazy week, and there are some intriguing matchups this week. And last week's predictions, Phil.
Nobody went undefeated.
No one went undefeated.
How'd I
but
do? Not good.
Not good. We'll digest that well. Parker, we missed you.
Not really, Parker.
All right. With that, we'll take our opening timeout. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town. As Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie, BancFirst is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. BancFirst, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Jordan Leach in our Stillwater studio. Hey, congratulations, Jordan Leach. Of course, she's a proud member of the Mustang High School alum. Mustang got their 300th victory in school history, and they got it over Tulsa Union.
I got that one wrong, too, didn't I?
Luckily, that one wasn't on the board.
Well, in my heart, I got it wrong.
Yeah. They Tulsa Union, oh, by the way, 1-4 now
terrible.
on the season.
That's the team Parker picked to win the whole thing in 6A.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, Union. Wow. I mean, somebody on the team did. I can't remember really.
Well, before we get into some of the games of last week and of this week, we'll go over some off-the-field notes.
Okay.
Off-the-field notes.
All right.
Boy, Bishop Kelly. They had high hopes. And
bunch of injuries.
All the injuries are adding up there. But Booker T wide receiver Corey Lewis, one of those injured, tore his ACL. Gave it a go. I think this last week didn't work out. But so a season in it, but he did commit to Army.
Saw that.
So that's a good thing for him. Of course, Zach Milton had off-season knee surgery. Don't think he's going to be able to play this year. Right. He's committed to OSU. Then on that Bishop Kelly team, you also had Montrell Cozart, who's also out for the year. Yeah. So
tough way to wrap it up.
Yeah, it really is out there. So Claremore wide receiver Quentin Skinner has committed to Kansas, and Les Miles, of course, a lot of Sooner fans out in Radio Land got to see Kansas play Oklahoma this past week. Les Miles and crew has 5 commitments from the state of Oklahoma right now. The most recent one is the Claremore wide receiver in Quentin Skinner. They've also got commitments from Booker T. Washington linebacker Krishawn Brown, Moore quarterback Daniel Highshaw, Owasso defensive back Deuce Mayberry, and Union wide receiver Kyler Pearson. So Kansas really hitting a Oklahoma beat here.
Yeah, and he's got, obviously with his connections here through Oklahoma State, and he'll be recruiting hard here for a long time. And I think eventually he gets enough time, he'll put a winner together in Lawrence.
Absolutely, and also off the gridiron, baseball, Caden Brumball of Edmond Santa Fe committed to Oklahoma State University, and Josh Holliday. And that new baseball stadium is looking tremendous. I think O State baseball is going to be playing Arkansas coming up on. I don't know if it's this. I think it might be this Saturday.
I know where Casey Porter will be.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Porter will definitely be in that new.
He'll be there.
Yeah, it's man, it looks so good. Also, Heritage Hall's Trey Alexander, a standout in Oklahoma high school basketball, offered by Kansas. And Kansas basketball, they need the basketball season. They need Kansas basketball season to start and get all this off the court stuff.
Hopefully they'll have a coach when it starts.
It's
not looking good.
See the Snoop Dogg and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, that didn't turn out well. I saw somewhere in Twitter land or whatever it says, KU hires Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg. KU is appalled.
Yeah. My favorite thing Snoop Dogg said, if you pay for Snoop Dogg, you're going to get Snoop Dogg.
That has to fall into the category, what were you thinking,
what
right?
were you thinking? Yeah, so, yes, you agreed to these terms, but it doesn't mean the terms are going to be once the show starts.
You're going to get Snoop Dogg.
If you pay for Snoop Dogg, you're going to get Snoop Dogg. I thought Snoop Dogg said that. I thought that was awesome.
It is awesome.
But
big fan of football.
We had
Snoop Dogg.
We had a mutual friend that was in the Allen Fog House for that, and I saw parts of it on Sports Center. But Bill Self introduced Snoop Dogg. And I gotta tell you, the first song that came on, I knew it. I was like, da 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 da. It's the one. It was
yeah.
And the first, I think it was the third word was a
word.
A word. I was like, oh boy, that is.
There we go. All the blue hairs in Lawrence, Kansas said, "What did he say?"
Betty, we gotta go.
We gotta
go. So, hey, also before we get to some other games, another thing. This is really cool. Over the years, so we, as Phil said earlier, we call Guthrie football. We've been doing it since 2002. Enjoyed every minute. And we've got to see a lot of high school kids over the year.
Yeah.
One of the favorite ones we've got to cover in our lifetime was Dadrian Taylor.
Absolutely.
And the Carl Albert, we saw him win a few games against Guthrie.
He was the one that was too small to play Division I football, right?
Yeah, he's at Texas Tech.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's a defensive back. But his coach, I saw the post-game interview or what it might have been luncheon. I'm not sure what it was, but he had some great things to say about Taylor, which his nickname is Rabbit. And if you want the audio, I invite you to go to YouTube or Twitter or Facebook and search that. But he said, in part, he said, let's talk about Rabbit. First of all, what a special deal for him being from Oklahoma, from a really good high school program, Carl Albert. He didn't need to tell anybody from Oklahoma that.
Right.
But people goes, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's Carl Albert?
Who's Carl Albert?
Who's Carl Albert? But he says the guy does everything right. He's playing DB for the first time. I mean, that's his 5th game out there playing DB. He's got a big ceiling. Of course, this comes after the victory over Oklahoma State.
But he does have a big ceiling.
He's not where he needs to be yet, but he cares. He's always studying. He's in the building forever, and I got a lot of respect. So I thought that was pretty cool.
The kid stays healthy, he'll be in the NFL playing defensive back someday. I mean, with his natural athletic ability, he's that kind of kid. Keeps developing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and it sounds like they're in love with who he is as a person, which is kind of good. Now, wasn't his family a military family, if we recall?
Yes.
So, I'm going to make a big assumption that he was raised right, and I realize that's a broad brush, but his brother, isn't his brother at OSU?
Jason Taylor, yes.
So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That'll make for fun Thanksgiving talk.
I forgot about the Taylor-Taylor match.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, let's kind of get to the games on the gridiron last week, some of them anyway.
Can we talk about the 3 I predicted, right?
Oh, you want to talk?
Well, can we just get it over with?
Oh, no, I want to talk about El Reno first.
Build it up, okay.
El Reno scored 62 points.
Incredible ball game by El Reno's offense.
Absolutely, and got beat by 10.
Yeah, it's a tough night.
Noble beats them 72-62. That was one of our games. Yeah. I think that was – I'm pretty sure that was one of our games.
We were 0 for 3 on that. I think all 3 of us got that one wrong.
Yes, all 3 of us last week picked El Reno to beat Noble.
Yeah.
And 72-62.
That's a tough one.
And so now you look at 5A District 1. Noble looks like maybe the front runner right now for that spot. We'll see here. I think Ardmore might have a fighting chance there. Lawton MacArthur maybe. But El Reno's still in the running there for that.
And I believe, didn't Piedmont beat Noble the week before they beat Guthrie?
I believe that's correct.
No. Is that not right? Or 2 weeks before they beat Guthrie? They beat Noble this year, I thought.
Oh, you're talking about – no, I thought you meant El Reno beat Piedmont.
No. Piedmont beat Noble this year, didn't they? Or they lose to Noble?
El Reno beat Piedmont.
Okay.
13-7.
Right.
And then you're wanting to know
Piedmont Noble.
Yeah, Piedmont did beat Noble.
Right. That's what I thought.
Piedmont – no, they did not play.
Yeah, they did.
Piedmont Noble?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, right there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
20 what to
28 to 6.
28 to 6. So that's I mean, they're starting to stack up some wins. Obviously, it's not just a one-win deal. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're beating some names, so that's good.
So, I mean, you look at 5A1, 5A2, the first round matchups will be outside of Carl Albert and McGinnis probably, but
right.
Piedmont or Guthrie Or it might be Carl Albert. Who knows how this? But I think it'll be interesting come first round of the playoffs. So, predictions last week, Phil.
I know. People are catching on that this is all part of the show.
No, remember you were going to turn it on 2 weeks ago.
That was all part of the show too. I make terrible picks. I make picks that nobody else would make. It's part of the storyline. I mean, everybody gets that.
Like John Marshall beating Heritage Hall.
They all get that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets that. They know that's part of the deal, Chris.
50-14, John Marshall.
This close.
Yeah, they were close.
Right there.
Philip, you were 3-7 last week.
Right.
Parker and I were able to not very good performances with the 7-3.
Oh, I would take 7-3 all day and go home. I know.
So for the year, Phil, your predictions are now 24-26.
We're tracking them by the year.
Yeah, you're 2 games below 500, 48% winning percentage.
Back when I still watched the NFL, I remember that Jimmy Johnson was once at the end of the year was below 500 on his predictions. So it doesn't bother me if the Hall of Famers can do it. I can do it.
Parker's 40-10 on the year.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though because he didn't show tonight.
He got 80% of his games correct.
He ought to be 0 for 10 last week for not showing up tonight.
Well,
I think everybody watching would agree with that.
Well, his predictions right now it looks like he's going to go 0-10 because we're going to ask for his picks. He's not going to say anything.
Oh, I like where your head's at. 0-10.
Yeah,
Mark it down.
I'm 41-9. 41-9 on the year. That's an 82%.
You're welcome.
82%.
Well, Chris just picks opposite of me, and
we do it by fair. You go first. I go second.
Yeah, but I got rules. You don't.
You do got rules. No. All right, so were there any games? Let's see here. Let's look at some of the games last week before we get to the games this week. We all 3 lost to El Reno. Yeah. We all picked Weatherford to beat Clinton. Clinton won that game 14-6, a very competitive game there. We all picked Carl Albert to win. That didn't go very well.
Everybody else in the state of Oklahoma.
We all 3 did get Pawhuska correct. Pawhuska taking it to Tonkawa 48-7. Pawhuska just scores points all the time. We'll talk about it here in a little bit because they're back in the top 10 games this week. Seminole dropped their game to Lincoln Christian.
Wow.
51-8.
Is he still trying to get his W?
Still trying to get his W. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit as well.
That'll make it that much sweeter when it happens.
Chris and Parker picked Deer Creek to beat Lawton. That turned out to be true in overtime.
Deer Creek beat Lawton?
Yes. 17-14 in overtime.
I want to talk about that.
Broken Arrow, we were building up Norman as one of the possible best teams on the west side.
I think I was. I was too busy telling everybody that Piedmont had a 0% chance of beating Carl Albert.
Well, you picked Norman, and they
I got bullied into it.
Yeah. BA wins that one 35-13.
Got bullied into it.
We all did get Bixby right.
Okay.
We all got Stillwater right.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 of your 3 wins is Bixby and Stillwater.
It's a little obvious.
Bixby and Stillwater are going to be undefeated when they play each other in a state championship game.
But you thought as well as I did that Carl Albert was a shoe-in last week.
Okay, well, let's go.
Did you not?
Well, let's go a little bit further in that.
You know what? Maybe we should just end this segment right now.
No, let's just be honest. I wrote down because I went back and watched the show because I was wanting to see where all of our Piedmont fans would be coming bullying us tonight.
Yeah, and being correct, by the way.
In fact, we both picked Carl Albert's going to. You know what? They're going to win. Let's just pick a score.
Oh, had we really do that?
We picked scores.
Oh, sweetness.
It wasn't good.
No, that's terrible. I now remember that.
Parker had Carl Albert winning 45-7. I was like, well, Piedmont's offense is going to keep the ball a little longer. There's no way they can score 45.
Right. So you went 35?
So I went 35-7.
Yeah. Let me guess. Big Mouth over here went over 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went 55-14.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only off completely on everything.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. So,
hey,
Ponca City. Oh, go ahead.
I've never claimed to be good at this.
Hey, Ponca City or Piedmont's just now joined the game.
Yeah, that's
hey,
right.
Let's play.
Let's play.
let's follow a little bit closer now. This is fun. Let's play football.
That's fun.
Ponca City gets a victory over Shawnee, Phil. And,
wow.
Ponca City, I think 93.7 sneaks up in there. We got a lot of online visitors up in the Ponca City area.
I said
well.
Shawnee would win that one, so technically I'm 3-8.
Well, not against the record.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, for keeping it real.
I was at the beginning of the year. I was trying to find 6 wins. I was trying to get them a winning season.
Getting closer, isn't it?
Right now they're 3-2. They're going to be 3-3 this week. They're at Bixby.
Well, I'm not saying a word about that because they'll probably go in and beat Bixby.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay. But they're at Sand Springs, home against Bartlesville.
They could win that one, couldn't they?
At Booker T, and home against Sapulpa. By the way, Sapulpa, their best player out for the year. He had an injury.
So they've got to beat Sand Springs, Bartlesville, and Sapulpa to get to 6, right?
To get to 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Can they do that? Sand Springs, is that the toughest one of the 3?
I can't get over. I can't get past the 5-5.
Yeah.
I think I can get them to 5. The 6 is going to be tough.
As I'm looking at it, I think so too. But God, how cool would that be if they did win 6?
Absolutely. We've been
pulling for Ponca.
For them.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So this year they've held Shawnee to 7 points. They've held Guthrie to 7 points. They held Enid to 3 points. Yeah. Coach Harmon doing a good job up there in Ponca City land. And, Shawnee, Phil, don't have enough kids to play 8th grade football.
Are you serious?
Not enough kids to play 8th grade football. So there's
what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know. So Shawnee's now 1-4 on the year. They got Tulsa, Washington. They're going to be 1-5. Muskogee's going to be 1-6. They'll have a fighting chance against Sapulpa. So that could be 2-6. Bixby, that's a loss there. That's going to be 2-7. Then at Bartlesville. So best.
How does a program like Shawnee,
one of the largest in 5A,
not have enough kids to play 8th grade football?
Yeah,
that's scary.
Guthrie Shawnee junior high play, I think tomorrow.
No 8th grade.
Not enough kids to play 8th grade football, and I think they had to combine the freshman and JV game to play. I could be wrong on that one, but
goodness gracious,
yeah,
that's tough.
That is tough. I
wonder how much of this injury stuff is having an effect on that.
They got a talented sophomore group. Mm-hmm. We'll see how they develop, but that is interesting. I mean, Shawnee's. I mean, it's not like the smallest school in 5A; they're one of the largest. In 5A.
And they've had a lot of success. They've had some great football teams over the years. That's what's kind of crazy about it.
So Noble and Ardmore are undefeated in 5A1. McGinnis and Piedmont are undefeated in 5A2. Edison and Coweta are.
Noble's not undefeated.
Well, in district play.
In district
play.
Oh, real season.
Yeah, real season.
Okay.
Edison and Coweta. I like to call them Coweta.
I know you do.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, actually.
It is kind of funny.
Coweta.
What do you call Sapulpa?
Sapaloopa.
Sapaloopa.
Yeah. Coweta and Tulsa Edison undefeated in District 5A3.
I got that one right.
Which one?
Tulsa Edison game. It wasn't a pick, but we picked it.
Now you're just making stuff up.
No, I'm not. Remember, because was that 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, I got to hold on to everyone I get. Yeah.
Hey, you remember your victories. That's good.
That's the only ones I
Tahlequah, Collinsville, and Pryor undefeated in 5A4 football. 6A2 football, Bixby and Muskogee undefeated in district play and overall. Muskogee's 5-0, 2-0 in district play, same as Bixby.
Yeah.
Stillwater Pioneers, they're 5-0 and overall, 2-0 in district play. Del City also undefeated in district play at 2-0. And then Owasso, Pump City North, and Moore all undefeated in district play. Owasso and Pump North undefeated overall. And then Westmore and Broken Arrow, the two undefeated teams in 6A1. Of course, Westmore is undefeated as well, 5-0. Westmore Norman fighting for that. Who's the best team on the west side of the state? So. Those are some interesting games there. All right, we need to take a timeout here. Timeout number 2. It's time for predictions. We also have one question online.
Couldn't get any worse for me.
We have one question online we want to get to.
Oh, we do?
Someone's asking about Woodward, the opponent for the Guthrie Blue Jays this week. We'll talk about the Guthrie-Woodward ball game because that is a huge ball game, and we'll talk about that and get our predictions for the top 10 games of the week after this timeout. This is the High School Huddle on 93.7 FM KSBI.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. BancFirst is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. BancFirst. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Along with Jordan Leach, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you here. High School Huddle presented by eSchool Virtual Charter Academy. Find them on Facebook. Find them at eSchoolOK.com. Title sponsor of the High School Huddle. Glad you joined us here on this Wednesday night. 93.7 FM KSBI. Most of our listening audience, Phil.
Yes.
Does not count Payne County, but we're in a severe thunderstorm watch until 3 a.m.
Us?
Yeah, Guthrie, America. It does not count Stillwater right now. But
anything bad going to happen to us? Or?
Well, the storms are starting to develop in southwest Oklahoma. And
how do you feel about storms?
Oh, I love storms.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Phil, have you seen the weather high for Friday?
It's got to be cold because I saw a buddy of mine in Kansas post something about it being 50, like 53 for a high. So
yeah, last week we went to Guyman for the broadcast, and it was very comfortable.
Oh, so nice.
And someone told me, well, you're lucky you did the game in Guyman last week because there's a chance of snow, a couple inches of snow this week.
Really?
In October in Guyman. Yeah. No, but the high is 54 degrees on Friday.
That's the high?
That's the high.
We get to wear sweatpants and pullovers.
Comfy time.
Comfy. Well, you'll have a park on and a heater under the thing.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, Chris.
Yeah, 54 degrees.
Gosh, that's cold.
That's a high. That is a high. Partly sunny. So
wasn't it 90 something like last week one day, or high 80s?
Upper 80s.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. So
that's crazy.
All right. Before we get to our football predictions, it's also getting close to postseason time. I know softball and baseball are in regionals right now. And they're going to be having their state championships here pretty soon. Volleyball is getting ready to have their state championships. So the fall season is moving rapidly as we enter here week number 6 of the high school football season. It is prediction time.
Oh, boy.
Phil's 48% correct so far this year. Can he turn it around? He's had one winning week and that was 2 weeks ago when he was 7-3.
I'm gonna go 8-2 this week.
You're gonna go 8-2. I gotta tell you,
I'm gonna get serious.
All right, the games are a little bit trickier this week.
How many private schools are in there?
Let's see here. 0 for 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
2. And only 2, Phil.
I got a fighting chance to go.
Well, you're 8-2. You're 8-2.
I'm 0-2 right now.
You're 0-2 right now.
All right. What do we got?
All right. Class 3A football.
Yeah.
Ida Bell. Mascot for Ida Bell?
The Ida Bell Eskimos.
Nope. Starts with a W.
Warriors.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ida Bell Warriors. They're in Seminole on Friday night as Coach Mike Snyder, who, oh, by the way, was a teacher of the month or week or something for Oklahoma City television station. He was
cool.
on there. They interviewed him this week.
The head coach that teaches.
Mike Snyder needs one more win to get that all-time Oklahoma high school victory, and he is trying to get that at home against the Warriors of Ida Bell. Ida Bell's won 4 straight games. This Seminoles 3-2 on the season.
Are you starting this, or am I?
I know you will.
Why do I have to start?
Because you always go first.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Why don't you start this week?
No, I would like to get your Ida Bell Seminole pick.
A lot riding on this, Chris.
Yeah, there is. You're 0-2 right now. You're trying to get a victory.
You know, the smart pick is Ida Bell because they're ranked 7th in their class.
Oh, you're going off for rankings? Okay.
And they're 4-1, as you said, won 4 straight games.
Okay.
But not so fast, Christopher.
Oh, no. Not so fast. Okay.
I think this is the week that we got to wait one more week for him to get the record, so I'm going Ida Bell.
You're going Ida Bell. I really thought you were going to go with the coach to get his victory.
Set that up there, didn't I?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because now
now you're efforting. Now you're putting some effort in it.
No, you made me think of something. I need to find it before I forget about it here. So you're going. Let me write that down. Phil Ida Bell.
That's right.
Phil,
the Warriors.
I really thought if the coach can't get it this week, he's going to have to go on the road to Stigler, I think, next week to get that.
Okay.
And that's exactly what's going to have to happen.
We agree?
We're going to agree. Yeah. Going Ida Bell on that one. Sorry, Coach Snyder. You're going to get it, but just
not this week.
Just not this week.
Yeah.
All right. Game number 9.
Oh, I like this one.
Yes. Hey, will you pull
Sure.
up our group text message?
Which one? We have several.
Our colleague and us.
Casey Porter, our old colleague Casey Porter?
No, Parker, the one who.
The part-time guy.
Yeah,
okay.
the guy who quit.
Yeah, let me see here.
Pull that up real quick and look for those numbers from the Coil State.
Oh yeah, this was right here. I got them.
You got it. Okay, because the 400. Okay, the 405 sounded really good. Then you really kicked it in.
Yeah. Then last week he comes out and we're talking about Damon Kane Jr. Got to get the junior in there. Plays for Coil Blue Jackets. As Chris said, went over 400 week before. Comes back this week. Tops it with 415 yards.
Rushing.
6 touchdowns on 24 carries. Young man has 1,461 yards, 21 touchdowns through 5 games. He's averaging 10 yards per carry, or a smooth little 293 per game.
Yeah, it's smooth. So, I think that victory was over Medford. I think they went to Medford this past week.
Pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, so, man, that is big time.
Leading the state in rushing.
Yeah, big time numbers, right? I would hope so.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Right.
I mean, 400 yards is like it takes studs 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to do that.
Yeah,
so, but Coil Blue Jackets this week, who have won 4 contests, but they are hosting the number 1 team in Class C football, Southwest Covenant. So Southwest Covenant has a lot of offense. Yeah. And so
private school, right, Chris?
They are the private school, yes.
Yeah.
Who are you going to go with?
No, you get to go first.
That's right. Yeah. I was in Coil this past weekend.
Filing your disclaimers.
I was in Coil this weekend.
Go ahead.
They have the best gym in Logan County.
They do have a nice gym.
A tremendous gym.
Very nice gym.
The gym doesn't score points.
Well, what about the leading rusher in the state?
He's going to score some, but not enough.
All right. So you're going against your assistant coach and friend, superintendent of Coil, Josh Summerall. You're breaking his son's heart right now.
Court Summerall.
And you're okay with all that.
Court Summerall, biggest Coil Blue Jacket that I know.
Court's probably crying right now because you picked against him.
Could be.
Internet. Well, Coil, I'm going with Coil.
Oh, Phil's going to go with Coil.
Yes, I am.
All right. Hey, I hope
it's going to make that 8-2 taste even better next week.
I hope you're right.
Yep.
Don't let me go over on time. I'm having fun.
Well, that was what was good though about that, because that was one of the built-in 2 losses because it's a public school.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I can't lose on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't lose on that one.
Hedge that one well.
Yeah, hedge that one. Thanks.
All right. The number 8 game in the state of Oklahoma is Class 5A football. The El Reno Indians coming off a 10-point loss to the Noble Bears. They are at Ardmore. And El Reno started the year 4-0, but as I said last week on the show, this is when we start to learn a little bit more about El Reno as the schedule picks up for them. It is El Reno at Ardmore. Let's see here. Ardmore has allowed 7 or fewer points in 3 of its 4 games. Dorian Plumley, the El Reno quarterback, is going to go against that Ardmore defense, who was in the state. Ardmore was in the state championship a year ago. Graduated a lot of players off that field, but right now defensively are playing pretty good. Yeah. Phil Nichols, you get the first pick.
Well, I hate this because the head football coach at El Reno is a friend.
Chuck Atchison.
Defensive coordinator at El Reno is a young man I've known his whole life.
Luke Davis.
Luke's one of the finest kids you'll ever meet. Mm-hmm. And I'm going with Ardmore. I just, and I hate that, but I think Ardmore's defense is going to be, think about it, guys. It's.
Oh, no, Parker's not here. It's just me.
Well, I'm talking about in my mind.
Oh, for that guy.
Yeah. But if he, a few of them in there, if he, you give up 60-plus points, or you score 60-plus points and 62. You lose.
By 10?
That's tough.
I'm going to go with the El Reno on this one.
Yep.
I think Dorian Plumley can get the offense going. Ardmore's offense is the wing tee, the flex bone, whatever you want to call that.
You mean the offense that beat Carl Albert last week?
Correct.
Yeah, that
correct.
One.
I don't think
betting against that again, are you?
I'm betting against that. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hey, 1945 offense, I don't get too excited about.
Well, they snapped a 40-game streak last week, and you're not too excited about it.
Hey, it's a new week. It's in the past.
New day. Okay,
yeah,
we're done.
It's in the past.
Done apologizing to Piedmont?
No, we're moving on.
Okay,
good.
Right.
Piedmont's going to get a win this week, and they're going to win next week, and then I'll have to decide what they're going to do against McGinnis.
Oh, okay. All
right. So game number 7 features the Tulsa Union Redskins. 1-4 on the campaign. They are taking on Putnam North, and shame on me. I keep talking about Westmore and Norman.
Yeah.
5A or 6A West bragging rights, but Putnam North up there right now. They are 5-0 on the season. Tulsa Union coming on to a loss to a West Side school, and Mustang, I mentioned earlier, that was Mustang's 300th victory in program history. So, let's see here. Chris gets to go first on this one. Tulsa Union at Putnam North. It's a long trip for the Redskins to and from Putnam North. I'm going PC North.
Yeah, I'm going PC North, too. I picked Union to win it all. I'm going to just go ahead and flip-flop right now and say, obviously, they're not winning it all this year. There's obviously that's not the same talent level we've all become accustomed to at Tulsa Union, obviously. But, yeah, Putnam North should win that game.
Got that one wrong.
I know.
I hate going first. All right. Number 6 game, it is Heritage Hall taking on our good friends over in Perkins Tryon.
Undefeated Perkins Tryon.
Demons are 5-0 on the year.
Yep.
I think they did that last year as well. So we will see Heritage Hall coming to Perkins. Our Perkins fans rewatch the podcast. They have a coaches show right now. If you want to listen to that, I believe that's on 105.5 Cowboy Country, home of Perkins Tryon football. But Perkins Heritage Hall, Philip.
Oh, Perkins,
okay.
Yeah. Now they are 5-0.
Right.
Starting to build a winning tradition over there, right?
Yeah.
Really grow on that.
Yep.
Most importantly, they're playing a private school, Chris.
Okay. All right.
So, Perkins.
I got to go Heritage Hall.
Oh, I know you would.
Defending state champions.
Such an obvious pick.
All they do is win.
Well, it's such an obvious pick.
Well, that's why I have 82% winning percentage. Only 70% last week. It's kind of embarrassing. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get 2 more games in for our one final break here. Phil, moving on. We are now looking at Tulsa Central. Yeah. They play football. They're 5-0, taking on Poto, who is 4-1. This is Class 4A football. And Phil, you know where Poto's at?
Yeah, I do actually.
I umpired baseball in Poto at the college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be darned.
Drove 6 hours, umpired 3 hours of baseball. It was
good time. Did you
good
throw anybody out?
Oh, no. I never threw anybody out.
How many people did you throw out in your whole career? We've covered this before.
I've never thrown anybody out.
Okay. How many people threw themselves out when you were umpiring the game?
Threw themselves out, I would say, because they put it on. They forced my hand.
I understand.
On that.
Rules of the game.
I umpired over 20 years. I would say
it's got to be less than 5.
I was going to say 5 or less.
Yeah. And I don't know that for a fact, but I know you. And
yeah.
They must have really. I'd hate to see what they did if you pitched them, because you got a high tolerance.
Well,
so.
no, not when I get on the baseball field. It's like a switch.
You go up for 20 years and you threw out 5 people, maybe. If I'd up for 20 years, we wouldn't have gotten 5 games done with a coach standing. What are you looking at?
What did you say? All right. Poto's only loss this year, Phil, was to the El Reno Indians.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Tulsa Central at Poto.
I'm going with Poto.
I agree with you. Poto with the victory. Yep. If you're scoring at home, that's Poteau. Ooh. All right, one final pick before we get to our final timeout of the show. We're going to go in 5A football, and we're going to go to the east side of the state. They do play football on the east side of the state. Tahlequah, they are at Collinsville this week. Tahlequah perfect 5-0 on the year. Collinsville 4-1. And I think, Phil, with all the injuries to Bishop Kelly, I think these two teams might be the best over on the east side of the state. I'm trying to think if there's anybody off the top of my head. Oh, I got it right here. I need to look real quick because we need to get to a break. 5A, 3. Oh, Edison. Edison probably has a argument there. Edison, Tahlequah, and Collinsville all have arguments for maybe the best teams on the east side of the state of Oklahoma. Is it my turn to go?
It is.
Okay, I am going Seville, the Cardinals.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Seville. Mark us down for Collinsville as they take on Tahlequah. Tahlequah got past Skytook last week, and I think that's not good. So, all right, those are
What's Tahlequah's mascot?
They are the TT. Tahlequah Tigers.
Okay.
And Tahlequah was when they went to 6A for the very first year, Tahlequah baseball won a state championship.
The first year they were there?
We always hear about 6A state championships, Owasso and Union. And a couple Ed Memorial. But, Edmond North was in there. Broken Arrows won a few baseball. But Tahlequah was the first ever 6A state champion.
What year was that?
I think that was 1996.
Wow.
1996, I believe that was.
Good job. You were a me lad in 96, weren't you?
It was a senior year.
Senior year?
It's all right there still. All right. We got to hit our final time. When we come back, we pick the final 3 games of the week inside the state of Oklahoma. Back after this.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. BancFirst is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. BancFirst. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it. Mm-hmm.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden.
Golden Chick.
He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle. We'll go a few minutes over the 7 o'clock hour, but not much there, so we got to move fast. Phil, by the way, Bixby is the highest-rated Oklahoma school in the Max Preps National High School Football Rankings at 52. Yeah. Wassel's next at 58. Max Preps top 10 teams, regardless of class in Oklahoma high school football. No Piedmont, you're not there yet.
Getting close.
Getting close. Number 1 team. Let's go backwards. Actually, number 10 Heritage Hall. Okay. Number 9 Westmore. Number 8 Tuttle. Number 7 Carl Albert. Number 6 Norman. Number 5 Lincoln Christian. Number 4 Stillwater Pioneers. Number 3 Broken Arrow. Number 2 Owasso. Number 1 Bixby.
So they really think Lincoln Christian can beat Carl Albert.
These are the top 10 teams, regardless of class.
Now here's why rankings don't matter.
Well, yeah, it's for us. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. My Twitter feed just went dark.
Oh, what does that mean?
Night mode.
Oh, night mode.
Yeah, night mode. Okay, we got to move fast here.
Okay.
Fast break.
I'm ready.
Class 2A football. Yep. Millwood 4-1 on the road this week at Washington, who is 5-0. Millwood's got a fantastic quarterback in Michael Taffy. He's a freshman quarterback. Yeah. Millwood has a pretty good
Are you
defense.
First or second? Who's picking first?
Phil, Chris. Oh, okay. With that, I will go with Washington.
Yeah, me too.
On the road.
Yep.
Millwood, this is part of your punishment for losing to Vian last year.
That's right.
All right, Phil's going to Washington as well. Number 2 game of the week inside the state of Oklahoma is Sapulpa at Muskogee. Sapulpa 4-1 on the year. Muskogee 5-0.
Oh.
The Ruffers have allowed only 46 points this season, but their biggest test comes up in Sapulpa. TCU commit Eli Williams will not play. He is out for the year.
For who?
Sapulpa.
Well, that makes my pick even easier.
Boy, Sapulpa 4-1. They were looking good.
Yeah.
One of the best seasons in a long time. They lose their quarterback. Yeah. So this game kind of has a little bit of a type thing to it. Yeah. I would say go ahead. You Muskogee, Phil.
Well, Rafe Watkins, Kai Staley,
Keaton
Callens are going to be 6-0 at the end of this week.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think even with
I think they would have won.
I think they would have won as well. I would have gone there as well. Yeah. And the game of the week, and I would not argue this one bit, it is Bethany at Tuttle.
That's big time.
These two teams played twice last year, including the state championship game. Yeah. Tuttle won both of those.
You've been riding Bethany hard this year,
I have.
brother.
Hey, Bethany's got me 2 victories in the predictions this week, or this year, which I've won 82% of them.
I've heard that.
And not good. Kind of disappointed. But with that, it is Bethany at Tuttle. Bethany Boy, the Broncos got they got a great quarterback, Sam Brandt. Tuttle is a veteran ball club, so this will be fun to watch. Bethany's offense going against this Tuttle defense.
Yeah. What? You or me?
It's you.
Oh, it's all about Tuttle. All about Tuttle. Oh, Tuttle gets the W. I know you're nervous.
You are. There's a 48% chance you're going to get that right. And in my mind, I'm going with the home team Tuttle as well. Yeah.
So either I'm going to be 8-2 next week.
See here, we agree. We 1, 2, 3. We're different on 3 different games.
That's right. Which ones were they? El Reno?
We both agree Idabel.
Really it's just the one because I was going in 0-2 to begin with.
The one different is I have Southwest Covenant. You have Coyle.
Right.
You have Ardmore. I have El Reno. That's a good swing game.
That's the one.
That's a good swing game right there.
Because the other was the public versus private.
Yeah. And then the other one, you got Perkins, and I got Heritage Hall.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, good show. Without Parker, we were able to manage to get through
Somehow we held it together. Parker, we'll have a talk later.
Piedmont, Oklahoma, we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time. Our ratings in Piedmont are unbelievable right now. Hey, big thank you to our producer extraordinaire, Jordan Leach, Mustang Bronco, Homecoming Queen, Paddle Girl. Paddle Girl.
Mother was listening.
Yes. Hey, enjoy the game Friday. Take the winter gear. It's going to be freezing.
Winter gear.
It's going to be high at 54 the time you kick it off. It's going to be like up in the 40s.
You're worried about frostbite.
We're out of here.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed it. He's Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next week on the High School Huddle.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.